students. In this class we are going to discuss about photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? As all of you know, photo means light and the synthesis means preparation. The preparation of food materials in the presence of sunlight. This can be happen only in the green colored plants. So if you see the definition of photosynthesis, the synthesis of food materials by green plants in the presence of sunlight by utilizing carbon dioxide and water within the chlorophyll is called as photosynthesis. So in this definition we can know that what are useful for the photosynthetic process. Light is essential, then carbon dioxide, water and chlorophyll all are essential for the photosynthetic process. When we see the equation representing the photosynthesis, 6CO2 plus 12H2O in the presence of H nu and chlorophyll, sunlight and chlorophyll molecule, they synthesizes glucose, 1 molecule of glucose and 6 molecules of oxygen is evolved. This is the source of atmospheric oxygen and 6 water is produced. So this equation from lower classes onwards you are studying this. Here for objective, that is MSET or the NEET, the important thing is the molecular weight of reactants and the products. Here carbon dioxide and water are the reactants. Okay. Then this side, right side ones are the products. Let us take the reactants. Here 1 molecule of carbon dioxide, as all of you know in stoichiometry, 1 molecule of carbon dioxide molecular weight is 44 grams. Okay. So 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, 6 into 44, like that we get 264 grams of carbon dioxide. Okay. Then let us take water molecule. 1 molecule of water weighs about 18 grams. So in that sense 12 water molecules measures about 216 grams of water. This is about coming to the reactants, and let us take about the products. So the products, what are the products here? Glucose, oxygen and water. 1 molecule of glucose molecular weight comes as 180 grams. Then let us take oxygen. So oxygen, 1 molecule of oxygen, as you know in periodic table, 32 grams. So 6 into 32 it comes as 192 grams of oxygen. Then water molecule, just now we studied here, 1 water molecule 18 grams. So 6 water molecules we get as 108 grams. Okay. So these are the products during the photosynthesis and these are the reactants during the photosynthetic process. This is important for the objective questions. Then comes to the location. So where does the photosynthesis occurs? As all of you know, the location for the photosynthetic process is a chloroplast. Chloroplast in case of algae, it exhibits a different shapes, but in higher plants it is a discoid. Discoid. So oid, wherever we come across oid means like in some cases you get amoeboid, amoeba like euglenoid, euglena like ovoid, ovum shaped like that. So oid means like. Here discoid, disc shaped structure. Chloroplast is a disc shaped structure with the two membranes, outer membrane and the inner membrane. So these outer and inner membranes are unit membranes. According to Robertson, unit membranes are always lipoproteinous, means made up of lipids and proteins in their chemical structure. In between these two membranes, there is a 10 nanometers width containing space called as periplastidial space. Okay, periplastidial space is present in the chloroplast in between the outer and inner membrane. So this is that periplastidial space. In mitochondria we can call that as the perimitochondrial space. In nucleus it is called as the perinuclear place, but in chloroplast it is called as a periplastidial space. So why? Because it is one of the plastid, isn't it? Chloroplast is a plastid. Plastids are of 3 types, as we know. So this place is called as, this green colored one is called the periplastidial space, measuring about 10 nanometers. Then inside the inner membrane we can see this matrix, this dotted structure. Matrix is called as the stroma. Within the stroma region, what are present? DNA, RNA, 70S ribosomes and various photosynthetic enzymes are also present. Important thing is here DNA. Due to the presence of DNA, like mitochondria, the chloroplast can self-replicate. As it can self-replicate, the chloroplast along with the mitochondria is called as semi-autonomous organelles. Here two cell organelles are called as semi-autonomous organelles. They are nothing but chloroplast and mitochondria. And regarding photosynthesis, what is the importance of this stroma? Stroma helps in the dark reaction. Stroma helps in the dark reaction. That is, dark phase of photosynthesis occurs in the stroma region. That's it about the stroma region. Then in this chloroplast region, from one end of the chloroplast to the other end, some horizontal lipoproteinous lamellae are extending. This horizontal lipoproteinous, so that is chemical nature of this is a lipoproteinous. This horizontal lipoproteinous lamellae are called as thylakoids. What are these called? Thylakoids. Horizontal lipoproteinous lamellae are called thylakoids. Here and there you can see individual thylakoids, and here and there we can see group of thylakoids. This individual thylakoids we can call them as a stroma thylakoids, and this group of thylakoids are called as a granum. Singular form is granum, and whereas the plural form is grana. This grana is playing an important role in photosynthesis because light reaction of photosynthesis occurs on this grana. So as you know, the photosynthetic process includes two phases. First is light reaction, second is dark reaction. The light reaction is completed on the grana and dark reaction occurs in the stroma region. So why not light reaction takes place in the stroma? So this is the important thing here. So why? Because on the grana, light absorbing photosystems PS1 and PS2, light absorbing photosystems PS1 and PS2 are present on the grana. They are absent in the stroma region. So that's why light reaction always occurs in the grana. In the dark reaction, the light absorbing photosystems are absent, so only dark reaction occurs in the stroma. That's about the grana. And one more important point is a lumen. Okay, what is this lumen? This inner space of thylakoids is called as a lumen. The inner space of thylakoids is called the lumen. In this lumen, what is the importance of lumen? In the lumen, photolysis of water occurs. Photo means sunlight, light. Lysis means breakdown. So breakdown of what is occurring? Water. Breakdown of water in the presence of sunlight is called photolysis of water. It takes place during the light reaction only. So the equation representing photolysis of water is one water molecule when breaks produces 2 protons, 2 electrons and half O2. Half O2 means atomic oxygen. This is the source of atmospheric oxygen. Okay, and protons and electrons are together called as a reducing power. This is the important point you have to remember. Reducing power represents protons and electrons. And this reaction, that is photolysis of water, is carried out in the presence of OEC. OEC, oxygen evolving complex. What is OEC? Oxygen evolving complex. Complex means it is a group, means a group of something. So here it is the group of 3 elements. Those 3 elements are manganese, calcium and chlorine. Manganese and chlorine are micronutrients and calcium is a macronutrients which are essential for the metabolic activities of the plant bodies.